be trying the As I Am color curl. I did not know that As I Am had a color line. So anyway, they say before applying, it is important to cleanse the hair using As I Am, whatever, shampoo and co-wash. Anyway, the most important thing are the directions. Section hair off, apply to damp hair from root to tip. Use a generous amount based on the thickness of your hair. Twist or rake through hair for the desired style. To ensure there is no color transfer, use a hooded dryer or handheld diffuser to completely dry your curl color application. For air drying, please please reserve more time for your hair to dry completely. For long-lasting color, consider wearing a bonnet at night to prevent any potential transfer to your pillowcase or bedding. Great for twist outs, coils, wash and go. I don't know what that is. And rod sets. Well, they're talking a lot about transfer, so it means that this color comes out, and I know it comes out because I put a little here yesterday, and I did the Afro-G two-step treatment. By the time I washed my hair out a couple of times, you can see it doesn't look like I colored my hair. So I think I am prepared to, and this is a color. It is a what red? Hot red. So I'm just gonna apply. I already put my Johnson's jelly around my ears and my crown, so if there's any transfer, any color, my skin is protected, there's no staining. So I'm just gonna do the front one side with you, and when I'm done I'll come back, and then when I wash it out I'll come back and show you what I did. But I did not know As I Am has a color line, and so that was the only reason I bought it, and I bought it in the States in Sally's. So I don't think we have never seen it here, and I don't expect to see it here either for a long while, unless probably in South Africa, but not here. So let me start. I'm going to use the bit that's on here, and I'm starting in the front for purposes of this video, so it looks quite vibrant. Whilst I was in the States, my focus was really on color, and I did go to buy hair products, but I didn't see anything that I couldn't access here. I didn't see anything new. I didn't see anything, and I went to a Sally's, and I went to like a beauty store, and the stuff on the shelves was not a lot. Sally's looked like it was closing down. That's the impression I got. Like either they're going to do something else or they're just going to close down, because Sally's used to be the place before Ulta and Sephora. I went into Ulta, I didn't like the vibe, but it was mainly beauty products, not hair, so I just didn't bother. I just walked right back out. I didn't see anything that I was interested in, and they were kind of restocking, and you know, everybody just seemed focused on their restocking as opposed to the customer. So, and everybody would pass. I went with a relative, and it was like they were just passing us on to the next person and to the next one. Everybody didn't seem to know what they were about. So for me, I was like, this is not the store for me. Sephora I wasn't going to bother to go to, because Sephora for me is more beauty, and I'm not a beauty queen. I wear my little lipstick and that's it. Eyeliner I buy, but I hardly ever use. And I use color eyeliner, color mascara, but you can't get it here, so kind of defies the purpose for me. So anyway, in terms of application, it feels like a very water-based sort of product. In other words, it feels like I'm applying something with a lot of water in my hair. There's no slip as well, so that's another thing that I don't know. Sometimes you have to stay in your lane when it comes to what your product line professes to do. So if you are just for curly hair products, stick to that as opposed to going into color. I'm not saying that about As I Am, but I've used color for so many years now that you know what's going to be good, what's not going to be. So I think, so obviously it's a temporary color. If it's always going to transfer and it's always going to this and it's always going to that, based on the instructions, everything they were talking about was transfer, prevent from transference. So this means that I certainly have to sleep with a pillowcase that I don't mind the transfer. And I stopped using products that have transfer, that transfer too excessively. There's no point. You don't enjoy the color in your hair because it's everywhere. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I've done one side and I will come back when I am done. Okay guys, so I am done applying the product. Application, there's no slip, so I just felt like I was tugging at my hair, like it was pulling my hair, and I didn't like that. And I feel I don't think it has any sort of humectant or moisturizer in it. For me, a good hair color, when you apply it to your hair, your curls start to pop. You even forget that it is hair color or hair dye. You think you're putting a moisturizer, and I always say to myself, I wish I knew what was in the color that made my curls pop. This doesn't have that. And another intriguing factor for me is the fact that they want you to go under a hooded dryer or use some sort of heat, I guess, to attach the pigment to your hair. I guess everybody's formulation is different, but that for me, I don't like, because I never use heat on my hair. I let my hair air dry. When I color my hair, I just let it dry on its own. I don't use heat. I haven't used heat in years. I use heat recently because I did the ApHogee 2-step treatment, and that you need to apply heat for the product to do what it's supposed to do to your hair, right? To dry on your hair. That's the first time I've used ApHogee in 14 years. And so it's been 14 years since I've used a blow dryer, hair dryer, any form of heat. I'm just naturally just a air dry girl. So for me to now have to go and put heat on this, I don't know how often I'm going to be using it. And then the fact that they talk about transfer a lot, transfer on the hooded dryer, transfer on your sheets, transfer on your, I don't like transfer. They just started. This is not their domain, but they're trying. So what I have found in the past is whenever I color my hair, I always add an oil or a conditioner or a treatment mask or some sort of moisturizer, something that gives lubrication and moisturization, right? So, and I also find when I use an oil, I find out that when I rinse my hair out, somehow the oil tends to keep the pigment attached to my hair, so I don't get a lot of washout. The color doesn't wash out as much. I've done that for years. Don't follow me, don't do it. Nobody told me to do it. I just do it myself. I just feel that when I add moisturizers and oils and stuff to the curl, to the color, it just helps preserve my hair integrity. That's my reasoning. because I've colored my hair for so long. I know what it feels like to have good hair color in your hair. You know, with application just is just wonderful. It's like, oh my God, can I just leave this on forever? Because it makes my hair feel wonderful. So right now, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna coat my hair now with the oil before I go and blow dry it. I don't really want to do that, but I'm going to just follow that part of their step. Obviously, I'm not really following it to a T because, I mean, really. So I'm using avocado oil. That's what I have in the house right now. So that's what I'm going to use. And so I'm just going to show you so this is the avocado oil is in my hand and I'm just applying. This is what I do. So now you see I have more slip and I'm happy about that. Because sometimes if a color is too drying, I mean, why would I want that? So anyway, I don't know why the avocado oil smells like it has garlic in it. Why it smells so pungent. Anyway, I look like I'm losing the color as well. It looks like there's transfer. Anyway, at least I know my hair's got some protection. So I'm just gonna do that to all parts of my hair. Because if a dye is drying to the hair, it's going to be drying on your scalp as well. Because obviously some of that pigment is going to land on your scalp, you know, when you're rinsing it out and all that. So anyway, this is what I'm going to do for all four, and I'll come back after I dry it. So I'm here to just start the process of drying my hair using an old school hair dryer from Braun, given to me years ago. And I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to dry it this way. And once it's dry, then I'll go to the next side. I'm not really going to make it a crisp dry, just once it gets dry enough, and then move on. But you know what, this is too long of a process for me. Usually I just leave it in my hair, walk around, my hair is dry, then I wash it out. So having to use a dryer and all that is not my cup of tea. So this is what I'm going to do, and then I'll come back when everything is dry. Guys, I'm back. As you can see, it has dried with curls, right? So some formulations, I guess, need heat to do what they're supposed to do. I don't know if this is part of it, but my hair is curly. Tight curls have formed with the heat applied to it, and I'm glad I have the oil on it, so that's probably like a protein treatment as well for it. Lots of transfer on my hands, even with gloves. This is covered with that, you know. They mention that a lot, so we're not surprised, but I don't like that. It's a beautiful color. In this lighting, it doesn't look like anything. It's a beautiful pink. It has beautiful red with pink undertones. For me, that's not a hot red. A hot red has yellows and oranges as an undertone. That fire red, that's what I call a hot red. But everybody's hot red, light red, dark red, pale red differs. Every company's, the color brands, all the names may be similar, different colors, you know, look at all this. But anyway, I have some jelly on my forehead. I hope it washes off. But as you can see that there's some curls, okay? It's not the same curls as I get when I use a hair color that really has good humectants in it and moisturizers in it. When you apply, it comes out very, very curly. Your hair feels curly on application and off application when you rinse it out. So right now, I'm going to rinse it out and come back and show you guys what the end results are like. Okay guys, so I'm finally done. Before I show you what my hair looks like, it's been a very long time since I've dealt with color like this. And when I say that, I mean when I first started coloring my hair in the 90s, color was messy. And I'm not talking about blonde and brown, I'm talking about color. If you wanted a red or a messy drip, oh, horrible, everywhere. It just stained everything. This is like that. Yes, it comes in that compact container. It comes out like a cream, but the transfer is just, I've just spent the last 30 minutes getting it off my hands, getting it off the blow dryer, getting it off wherever I have touched the sink where I was washing out the, oh my goodness. It stained something white and I had to spend so much time trying to get it off. It was on the door. It's been for ages since I've dealt with color like that, where it's messy. It just, any little bit you get, don't let it drop, don't let it touch. No. They talk about transfer. They knew what they were talking about. They know that their product does transfer. They've got to get it right or just stay in the hair care zone and leave color alone. But in time, they probably will get it right. But that's the negative for me. Application wasn't great either. I felt like I was adding a water-based product to my hair and it kept pulling at my hair. There was no slip. And yes, until I blew, and then having to blow dry my hair. I just air dry my hair. So the fact that they tell you to use heat, for me is like, it elongates the process. I like a shortcut. If you're going to be a one-stop product, what I mean by that, you don't have to mix it with anything. I love that about it. But if you're going to be that, I don't want to have to heat my hair. I want to know I can leave it on my hair. When my hair dries, or I just have to, there's a set time, 20-30 minutes, like most products, hair over-the-counter products are, 20-30 minutes, you're done. You don't need hair, you don't need to apply heat, or you can, but it's not imperative. This is like you have to add heat. So they're ensuring that it sticks to your hair, or whatever it is. The pigment sticks to your hair based on what kind of formula they have. So, I am experimental, so I will always be trying new products, especially when they say it's for curls, and not even that, but the fact that they have ventured into the color industry, I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. I wasn't expecting much, but I normally do this whole process outdoor, but it's been raining a lot and it's very overcast, so I figured footage would be very dark. But I ended up having to do everything else, wash my hair outdoor and all that, because if I had washed my hair indoors, oh my Lord, I can't imagine the mess, the staining. So apart from that, let's see, my thing is, let's see what happens to my hair over time. Is the color going to be everywhere? Is it going to fade quickly? You know, is the color what I like? You know, because right now it is a pretty red, but it's also a dark red. It's almost like my lipstick, but I think it has purple in it, and I'm not a purple burgundy type girl. So let us go outside and let's see what my hair looks like. Actually, I figure let me do it in this lighting first. Let's see what it looks like in here, as opposed to outside. I don't know. I think the oil in my hair has made it hang, which is great. Of course, I just washed my hands. See, this is what my hands looked like before, and I just touched it, and it's going to be hellacious. because this means it's going to be everywhere. Oh my God. And the walls in this house are white. So I don't know. Well, we need to see it in the daylight. Let me see if we can get some outdoor lighting first. So this is it outdoor. If you can see, it's a brilliant red. I mean, we can't complain. Cannot complain.